Hello everyone, welcome back to Piofiore Faded Memories! Oh, that's right. We're picking up with that song that I love. So today we're going to be continuing on with Yang's route. Last episode, especially the first half of the episode, things got a little uncomfortable and weird. Like I said, it was very reminiscent of Diabolic Lovers to me. And then in the second half, we hung out with some twins. They were pretty nice. I mean, they did say that they would kill me if I ran, but other than that, they were nice. I'm just so curious to see how this is going to develop, because gosh, I can't see it. I don't know what's gonna happen whatsoever. Okay, I know I said it a billion times already, but I literally love this song so much. Okay, let's just continue on, because I keep trying to, like, talk, and then I'm getting distracted by this song and how beautiful it is. Okay, welcome back, Yang. Yang returned to the room late at night. I felt sort of guilty to sleep before the owner of the room did. Besides, I have no idea what you might do if I'm sleeping. Oh, that's nice. I couldn't tell if he was joking. It was difficult to tell. This? I bought it today. I showed Yang the cover of the book I was reading. It was a collection of Shakespeare's works. Yang raised his brows, uninterested. I know what Shakespeare is, an English poet and actor, often hailed as the greatest writer of the English language. I did not enjoy reading Shakespeare in school. Oh, I hated it because I had no idea what he was saying. Old Shakespearean, I did not understand it. Did I maybe cheat a little by, instead of reading the actual book, finding the actual, like, modern English translation online? I will neither confirm nor deny it. If I have to be here for a while, it might help pass the time. I can also forget reality while I'm reading a book. You got an escape. He was clearly uninterested. I closed the book in my hands. Okay, that's a good sign. In Diabolic Lovers, they would have been like, oh, you bought a book? I'm gonna eat it. or something really freaking weird like that. In reality, they'd probably just burn it, but they're weird in that game, so that's why I went with eat it. I also bought some sleepwear and things I need to live here, since, you know, you kidnapped me and I couldn't bring it with me. And Lan and Faye saved me today. Oh, the werewolf, right. Well, there was this werewolf. I summed up the events of the day. Yang appeared uninterested, but he did seem to be listening. This strange drug is circulating Veleno, and it seems very popular. Yeah, weren't you kind of talking about that with Dante and Gilbert? I carefully chose my words, watching carefully to see how Yang would react. This district is under the Lao Shu's rule, right? Isn't there something you can do to regulate it? Weren't you giving it out? Why not? Yeah, that's right. What? But it's a dangerous drug. The kind that drives people mad. Listening to him talk about it so nonchalantly, I was at a loss for words. It's true, the United Kingdom did something abhorrent, but I still can't bring myself to agree with his stance on it either. All his actions are doing is increasing the number of people suffering in this world. Thinking of those living desperate lives due to the drugs was painful to think about. He walked toward the bed, ordering me to follow, but I shook my head. No, I don't want to sleep with you. I'm going to sleep on the floor tonight. That's what I suggested last night. Just sleep on that tiger rug.
そうか。なら勝手にしろ。
You held me way too tight last night, okay? I was very uncomfortable. For someone who told me to come to him, he seemed unattached and smiled thinly.
それにしても運が良かった。つけた護衛があの双子でなければ死んでいたかもしれんな。
What do you mean?
お前が遭遇したという中毒者はおそらく新薬紅ボタンを摂取していたのだろう。
A new drug?
効果は一時的な気分の高揚。それ自体は今までのものとさほど変わりはない。だがその依存性と副作用は従来のものより強く、中毒者は遠からず脳が溶け肉体が崩壊し死に至る。早い話、粗悪品というわけだ。副作用の幻覚のせいで殺し合う者もいれば、過剰摂取でショック死する者もいる。
Yang spoke about it so casually. I thought back about the time I was attacked, and a shiver ran down my spine. If it weren't for the twins, I would have been murdered.
そういうことだ。
Yep. Come to think of it, Faye and Lon were saying...
最近ああいう輩が増えてるよね。薬に溺れるのは好きにしろって思う。前からあんなに暴れたりしてたっけ？この頃妙に凶暴な感じだよね。
そうそう、話が通じないことも多いよ。完全に頭がおかしくなってる感じね。
Are you guys not in the loop on that?
あの薬にそんな効果も副作用もなかったはずなのにね。
I'm gonna guess
ちょっと
not.
おかしいよ。
This drug, the red peony, is being distributed by someone other than the Lao Shu?
正解だ。
Oh, okay.
どうだ。面白い話だろう。
Do you plan on doing anything about it? Earlier, Yang said that there was no need to regulate it. A new drug that was being distributed in the district that the Laoshu ruled over. I don't know, maybe he'll care because it's killing off the people buying his other drugs. As the head of the Laoshu, he shouldn't just ignore it. Hey, Yang, could it be... I tried to ask him another question because he only smirked and didn't answer me. But his expression grew annoyed, as if he found the whole conversation tiresome.
俺は寝ると言ったはずだ。寝かせろ。それともそんなに遊んでほしいか？
Nope. He glanced at me as if he were appraising me. Oh, okay. Good night. Yeah. I almost was like, I don't even know that I need to look at the guide for that one. I don't think that first one's the correct answer. Good night, sweet dreams.
釣れないな。残念だ。一人寝は増えてなのだが。
But you said that I could sleep on the floor. His words don't match his expression. Ah. He swiftly took off his shirt and I rushed to avert my eyes. Girl, you saw it last night. I also like to think it was just like one swift motion with one hand, just whoom. I felt like he was smirking a little. I could hear the bed creak as he lay down. I guess you are gonna let me sleep on the floor? Okay, meanwhile, tonight, I'm going to sleep on the floor. No matter what. Okay, we got two. Letter. I thought him being like, I don't like to sleep alone was him gonna be forcing me to be in the bed with him again. Others. I don't know who we are. I took the note tied to the carrier pigeon's foot and read it under a light. Within it was a report I couldn't believe. Who's Joseph?
すでにヤンのものになっただと?
And who are you? My voice shook with shock and anger.
神託の娘だと聞けば普通は手を出さんだろう。これだから異教とは。
The woman of that prophecy? Huh? Unable to suppress my irritation, I cursed the man who wasn't present.
オルロックをラオ州に貸し出したのはあの娘の警護を兼ねたつもりだったが、あの娘にはもう価値がなくなった。今すぐにでも引き上げて構わない。
There goes the one chance I had of being saved. Goodbye, Orlok!
が、すでに支払いが終わっている以上、急に手を引くわけにもいかない。さて、どうしたものか。
I thought and took my pen. Okay, bye, whoever you are. Gotta sit through this again. Sign. The casino.
今になってみるとおかしな話だ。あんたに言われるまで俺はどうして行動に移さなかったんだろうな。
組織に対する忠義心があなたの邪魔をしていたのかもしれませんね。
確かにな。だが今はわかる。
I'm confused.
俺はヤンより優れている。ラオシュウのためを思えばこそ俺が頭になるべきだろう。
You should become its head. As I watched my guests walk off, I thought, who is that?
しばらくは静観しましょうか。
Tonight, I'm going to sleep on the floor no matter what. There's no way I would want to sleep in the same bed as this man. Although the floor was hard and cold, I felt that I'd have a more peaceful night than yesterday. Can I at least get a blanket? Oh, another new chapter? Chapter 3! Rage. Today's breakfast, porridge, was cooked in chicken broth, lightly salted and topped with Chinese parsley. At first, I wasn't used to eating here, but I had become accustomed to it. It had been a week since I was taken to the Lao Shu's headquarters. Have you been sleeping on the floor the whole week? That can't be
ねえあなた
comfortable.
パンドーロって知ってる？美味しいお菓子なんでしょ？
Yes, since it's autumn now, some some places may already be selling them.
食べたい！買いに行きたい！
Pandora was a famous northern Italian snack. As the year came to an end, many bakeries stocked piles of them and sold them.
ダメダメラ。ベレーノから出たらヤンに怒られるよ。
それは分かってるけど、パンドーロ
Lon seemed to slump, being clearly sad about it.
パンドーロって金のパンって意味で星っぽい形なんでしょ？そんなの全然想像つかないもん。見てみたいよ。食べてみたいよ。
わがまま言ってもダメだよ、ラン。僕たちはリリーのそばにいないと彼女をベレーノから出すなってヤンに言われてるでしょ。
I cut them both off. Oops. Why don't you two go buy some? In the meantime, I'll just stay in the room.
ダメ！
Well, why not?
ここってラオ州の拠点だよ。女の子が一人でいるなんて危ないよ。
Well, at least you recognize that.
せめてヤンがいる時ならね。僕たちが離れても大丈夫だろうけど、ヤンがいないなら部屋で鍵をかけてたって安全とは限らないよ。
Well, that's nice. I see. Having them point that out, I officially realized how dangerous a place I was in. I'm sorry. Just because you're my guards, you two have to live a limited life. I felt so bad for them, but Lon gave me a bright smile.
いいってば。パンドーロも気になるけど、あなたと一緒にいるのも楽しいもん。
Oh, well, thanks.
ベレーノの中なら歩いてもいいってヤンも言ってるし、またお使いしようよ。
Thanks, you two. Teach me about Teach me about Elena, okay?
もちろん。ねえ、次はいつ出かけるの？今すぐでもいいよ。
Elena was a dangerous area, so we had to stay cautious, but rather than spending my time idle in the Laoshu headquarters, it was more fun to go out with them. Meanwhile, my life here was cramped and painful, but they really got my mind off of things. Will.
いや、リーの件、探りを入れてみました。
Who's Lee?
話せ。
ヤンの読み通り、独断で動いているようです。少なくともこっちでの連絡はありません。本国から特殊な指示を受けているのか、リー個人の意図で動いているのかまでは分かりませんでしたが、このまま野放しにしておくのはあまり良くないんじゃないかと。
そうだな。
I lightly affirmed my subordinate's concerns. I had already sensed that something was beginning to move in this town. I have no idea what's happening. In the daytime, Lon and Faye took me outside, and at night, I stayed in Yang's room. Yang would sometimes return and sometimes not. As we repeated these days, I began to grow accustomed to my life here.
最近よく街に出ているようだな。
It's better than sitting in a room all day. We were seated at breakfast as usual when he mentioned it.
その子と一緒に出かけてるよ。とっても楽しいね。リリー、クマネコがお気に入りみたいだよ。
ああ、確かに雑貨屋の前に行くと必ず足を止めてるね。
I'm gonna get that panda by the end of this route.
きっと挨拶してるんだと思うよ。
Oh, well that's... I rushed to chime in. Well, it is adorable. I tried to come up with an excuse, but I couldn't think of anything. So I just decided to be honest. Well, it is adorable.
クマネコがか?
Yes. You want to say that it's immature. It's fine, I know it myself. With that, I turned my face away. Suddenly, Yang started to pat my head. What are you doing? I protested while holding back my hair, and Yang spoke indifferently.
勝手に拗ねるな。別にお前が何を好もうが俺は構わん。
Oh, thank you.
しかし、そんなにお前が欲しいなら、本国から一匹かっさらってきてやろうか。
Okay, a stuffed, like a plushy panda would be acceptable. I don't need a real one. I'll refrain, thank you. Besides, I never said that I wanted one. Yang saw me flustered and smirked. We were almost finished with our meal when Yang spoke as if remembering something.
リーに差し入れでもしてやるか。
Who's Lee?
リーに
ああ、マントを49個詰めて。
Why does Lee need 49 steamed buns?
わかりました。
That's so oddly specific and seems excessive. The man receiving orders from Yang nodded, looking stiff. On the other hand, Lon and Faye's eyes sparkled.
どうしたのオイラン。リーの首でも切るの？
はいはい、切るなら僕がやるよ。
What, does 49 steamed buns have a secret message of you're being cut off?
まだ早い。だが思い出させてやらね
Through
ばな。
49 steamed buns?
あいつは何か勘違いしているようだからな。
この間の会合で何かあったの？
いや、何もなかった。
ん？じゃあいいんじゃないの？
Faye cocked his head. Yang wasn't smiling anymore. Was he trying to say it was a problem because nothing happened?
リーにはある程度あいつの裁量で動く許可を与えている。だが、それは俺への報告を怠っていいという意味ではない。リーは近頃勝手に兵隊を動かしている。だが、
ヤンに隠し事があるってこと？
Yang stayed quiet. Lon and Faye looked at one another.
ねえねえヤン、その届け物私たちがやるよ。
お前たちにはこの女の護衛を任せているはずだが。
だからだよ。この子をリーにも会わせたいの。ヤンの彼女なんだから行って紹介してくるね。
What? Suddenly being pulled into the conversation confused me. So maybe that other guy that we've been seeing?
ねえ、いいでしょヤン。
I don't want to go.
あなたもいいでしょ。
The pressure I felt from Lon was so high that I couldn't say anything.
紹介か。
Yang seemed to have mixed feelings at the twins' forceful urging. He might say no. I had a glimpse of hope.
好きにしろ。
What?
こいつらに理屈で話しても無駄だ。時間を浪費するだけだからな。諦めろ。
I can't believe they were able to persuade Yang.
マントを渡すついでにリーが何を考えてるのか聞いてくるよ。
ああ、だがどうせ正直に腹積もりを語りはしないだろう。牽制だけで構わん。それでも釘を刺さずに放っておけばそのうち面倒なことになるだろうからな。ファルツォーネやビスコンティに睨まれるような真似でもしてかされては面白くない。
そうなの？あんな奴らに睨まれたってちっとも怖くないよ。
そういう問題ではない。仕掛ける好機は俺が選ぶ。それにリーが何か面白いことを抱えているのなら。
Something to do with those drugs, maybe? I
俺
don't know
も
what's
楽し
happening.
ませてもらわなくては。乗り遅れては一大事だ。
I could understand the words he was saying, but I couldn't understand the idea behind it. Same, Lily. Same. We're on the same page there. Rather than preventing trouble from happening, he seems to be welcoming it.
じゃあヤムチャの時間までには戻ってくるよ。
ほらほら、行こうよ。案内してあげるよ。
I'm really not up for this.
いいからいいから、早く早く。
Faye and Lun each grabbed an arm and took me out of the dining hall. I had finally given up and followed them as we were making our usual rounds. So what kind of person is this Lee that we're going to visit?
一応ヤンの次に偉い人かも。ラオ州の中では。
Maybe it is that guy, because he was talking about like the Lao Shu should be his. So he's the underboss of the Lao Shu?
微妙なとこだね。ラオ州にはあんまり順番とか地位とかないから、ついていきたい人に部下はついてくよ。今の拠点にいる連中はみんなあーだこーだ言うけど、ヤンに惚れ込んでる。怖いとこ、強いとこ、切れるとこ、いろいろ。
They might be a little afraid of him too, honestly. I didn't really see it, but I suppose Yang had a quality to him that attracted people. The mafia charisma, perhaps.
ラオ州はベレーノにいくつか建物を持ってるの。その一つにリーがいるよ。
ベレーノの中心部からそんなに遠くない。途中でお使いのマントを買うよ。
ねえねえ、あなたどんなのがいい？
What kind? No matter which ones we pick, we can't eat them, can we?
盲点ね。
ラン、本気でショック受けてるでしょ。
As we chatted, we passed through bustling streets. Oh. Well, this building's kind of creepy. The building that Lee was in looked quite similar to the base where Yang resided. Yeah, I guess it does kind of look like when we first arrived. Wait, could we just walk in?
大丈夫だよ。いつも勝手に入ってるし。
受付とかないから仕方ないね。
I felt very uncomfortable and nervously followed them as I observed my surroundings. I hear a woman's voice? I turned my head in the direction and saw one of the doors slightly ajar. This voice. I burst into the room. Elena! Elena, you don't look so good. Elena! Hey, this is just Yang's room, but reversed.
あら、リリー。久しぶりね。
Oh my god, Elena. What's your eyes? Elena seemed to be in a daze, and her eyes didn't seem focused. Girl, Elena, are you okay? What are you doing here? Elena, we have to get you back to the church.
いやよ。
I reached out for her, but she threw my hand off. Elena, what's the matter?
私はここにいるの。あの人のそばを離れたくない。ここが私の居場所だって教えてくれた。
Girl, what is going on?
あの人は私をとても大事にしてくれるわ。私はここで 本当の幸せを知ったの。
Elena, you're not the Otome protagonist. I am, which means whatever you are dealing with is very, like, messed up and we need to help you.
この感じ、口の薬？
Oh. Faye and Lan came out from behind me and peered into Elena's face.
うんうん。よく見る反応だね。けど、ちょっとやりすぎかも。
Oh no, Elena.
だよね。これじゃあ壊れちゃうよ。もう壊れてるかも？
Hey, what's going on? They seemed to know what was going on, but just when I began to ask them,
勝手に人の部屋に入らないでもらおうか。
yeah, it is you. A man entered the room.
帰ってきてくれたのね、リー。
Oh no! Elena moved. What? She moved towards him. What? I learn all sorts of new words from this game. I've never seen Elena like this.
早くちょうだい。ずっと待っていたの。
Oh my god, did you get her addicted to
何
drugs?
でもするわ。いつもみたいに。
見てわからないのか？いや、わからないだろうな。今は客人が来ている。話が終わるまでおとなしくしていろ。
おとなしく。じゃあ、お歌を。
やめろ、話の邪魔になる。そうだな。俺の靴でも舐めていろ。
Please don't actually do it.
はーい。
Oh no. Like she's actually gonna do it, isn't she? Wait. Oh dear. Elena did as the man commanded and bent down towards Lee's feet. Oh my. You had a much better fate in the last route. Being stabbed. I was about to scream at him, but Lon swiftly closed my mouth.
今日はいつも頑張ってるリーに差し入れしに来たよ。けど、あんまり勝手が過ぎると、ヤンの短い堪忍袋の尾が切れちゃうよ。
そもそも、尾があるかどうかすら怪しいからね。
それは、
いちいち報告されるのは面倒だから勝手にやれ。と言ったのはヤンの方だぞ。
Lee sighed, and Elena was still at his feet. Elena!
俺は組織の一員として、ラオ州の発展のために動いているだけだ。もちろん、リスクの高い取引をするときは許可を取るし、ヤンにも同席してもらう。それでいいだろう。何か問題が？
いいかどうかは知らないけど、ヤンにはそう伝えておくよ。
そうして、ところで、その女は新入りか？
かわいいでしょう。ヤンの新しいお気に入りだよ。見せびらかしに来たの。
Hi?
あ、もちろんリーだろうと手を出す権利はないからね。
ヤンの女か。
Lee stared at me intrigued.
じゃ、用は済んだからね。もう帰るよ。
I escaped from Lon's grasp and tried to call out to Elena, but
ほら、帰るよ。ヤムチャの時間に遅れるからね。
Ugh. This time, Faye covered my mouth. And the two pushed my back as they drove me outside. Oh my. Poor Elena!
おい、靴はもういい。離れろ。いつものようにしてみせろ、エレナ。ご褒美が欲しいんだろ？
そうなの。欲しいの、リー。
Oh, that's effed up, man. That's effed up. Please, we need to go back. Elena's there. She's my friend.
はあ、何言ってるの？バカなの？もっと自分の立場考えないとダメ。
あなた、ヤンの女だから、ヤンの拠点でなら多めに見てもらえてるけど。
そもそも、ジョーフがマフィアのことに口挟めるわけない。当たり前でしょ？
Oh,
特にリーは危ないからね。野心家だし、ヤンの完全な味方ってわけじゃないよ。
so is he gonna be like the villain of this route?
だから、ヤンの女にも甘い対応はしないね。さっきの危なかったよ。
I'm sorry for stepping out of line, and thank you for stopping me.
反省したならいいよ。私もフェイも怒ってたわけじゃない。
うん。もしリーが本気で殺そうとしてたら、僕たちがリーを殺してたよ。僕たち護衛役だからね。
They were both scary and reliable. That girl back there, she was my friend. We lived in the church together. Elena had no connections with the Laoshu or any mafia family. I have to say, she was acting so strangely. And that is putting it lightly. When I saw Elena earlier, she was clearly acting strange. Is that because of the drugs?
うん。間違いないと思うよ。
Then you're saying that Lee's been giving her drugs?
そう思うよ。むしろそれしかないよね。
Man, how did Lee get her? Like, I get she was there when I got kidnapped. But what sort of arrangement worked out that they're like, all right, send her to Lee. And he's just like, oh, poor Elena.
自分の女に薬を使うとか悪趣味だよね。リーならやりそうだけど。
At least Yang doesn't do that.
とにかくさっきも言ったけど、あんまり勝手な真似はしないでよ。ほんと忠告だよ。あなたのこと結構気に入ってるから言ってるの。
リーはラオ州だけじゃなくてリー・ハンフイでも認められてる男だからね。
狡猾で度胸もあるし、何するかわからないよ。
それにヤンの女が迂闊な真似をすればヤンにだって迷惑かけるかもしれない。そうなれば僕たちも黙ってないよ。
Faye said it so simply, yet there was no sign of childishness in his voice.
お前の護衛もヤンに頼まれたからしてる。じゃなかったらとっくに見捨ててるよ。
私はリリーのことはできれば殺したくない。
Well, that's nice.
けどヤンとの約束を破る方が嫌だよ。どちらか
You're gonna choose
選ばなくちゃいけないなら、私たちヤンを取るよ。
At the end of the day, they were members of the Laoshu. This was the moment I truly realized that they weren't necessarily my allies. But both Faye and Lon are good to me, to a certain extent. I guess as long as you follow the rules, you know? I'm sure they could have let me failed, but they stopped me and even warned me. But I can't just leave Elena be either. Even if there isn't anything I can do right now, someday I will. Save her from Lee, from the drugs. I made a strong vow in that moment. Poor Elena.
ねえ、帰りはちょっと近道しようよ。こっちこっち。
Huh? A shortcut? Lon pointed towards a really dim and clearly unsafe-looking back alley. But the last time that happened, I got attacked by a werewolf.
そっちは裏路地だよな。やめといた方がいいと思うけど。
I agree. Can we not go back through Main Street?
大丈夫だよ。私たち強いもん。あ、もちろんあなた一人の時はこんなとこ通っちゃダメだからね。
Lon said that as she boldly walked into the back alley.
ランってなかなか頑固なんだよね。
Seems that way.
行くよリリー。くれぐれも僕たちから離れないでね。
Right. I nodded awkwardly and followed Faye into the dark alley. I noticed Faye slowing, and he motioned us to stop. Oh. Hello, Yang. Is that Yang? In the dark alley, there was a familiar silhouette. Beyond that was a man bent over in tattered and dirty clothes. In his hand was something shining. That's...
お前が悪いんだ。お前が。
Is it a gun? Oh, a knife. The man pointed his knife at Yang. He was barely articulate, yelling at Yang. His eyes were already out of focus. His body was swaying from left to right.
善悪に興味はないな。どちらにしろ、お前に渡してやる薬などないが。よこせ！
The man swiftly charged at Yang like a beast. Whoa! Oh my god! That scared me. Jump scare! And he's dead. As fluid as if he were dancing, Yang cut the man with a sword curved like a claw. You seem to enjoy that. The man fell wordlessly and stopped moving. Blood poured out endlessly from his body. He was already dead. Yang could have driven the man away without taking his life. The difference in their power was clear to me, but Yang mercilessly killed him. Does he enjoy killing? If that look he's giving is any indication. He's laughing after killing a person. And the laughing. I saw a glimpse of his cruelty and felt myself go pale. The fear felt almost choking. Yang must have noticed us. After he put his sword away, he immediately turned around.
お疲れ様やん。私たちちゃんとお使い行ってきたよ。
And Lana's just like, hey, how's it going?
リーのこと
They too.
今報告する？後で。
後だ。さっさと戻れ。
For some reason, Yang seemed much colder toward Lan and Faye than usual. Maybe it was the murder he just committed. I couldn't say anything. Blood was splattered all over Yang's face, and I couldn't look at him. I just held my breath and trembled in fear. Yang spoke to me.
血が嫌いなら大通りを歩け。
Well, Lan tried to make me come this way. Without stopping, Yang walked past me and out of the alley.
やん、意外と面倒見がいいよね。
Are you referring to him saying to stay out of the alley? What?
さっきのあれ放置しといたら他の人間に危害を加えるかもしれない
No,
から
you're
ね。
saying the murder is the carrying part.
わざと煽って手を出させたんでしょ。ここで殺しとくためにね。
気になるなら下っ端に掃除させればいいのに。自分でやるのもやんらしいけど。
暇つぶしも兼ねてるんでしょ。ヤンのことだし。
Then does that mean Yang did it for the safety of the people in Veleno? It's kind of a twisted way to look at it. But somehow I don't believe that's all. Despite what the twins said, I was skeptical. I just couldn't understand Yang.
もういいでしょ。帰るよ。
Right. Before I left the back alley, I stopped. I looked back at the man drenched in blood and prayed that his soul would be saved.
リリー、まだ？
I'm sorry, I'm coming. I rushed to follow the twins who were going ahead of me.
久しぶりにヤンの装甲さばきを見たね。相変わらずかっこいい。
Whoa, that was awesome when he murdered that man.
僕も大人になったらあんな風に二刀流するよ、ラン。
ほんと？フェイにできるの？
できるよ。もう2年もすれば背が伸びて腕力もついてかっこよくなるよ。
What's Shango?
ヤンの武器の名前だよ。さっき見たでしょ。普通の剣
Yeah,
と
jump
は
scared me.
形が違ってるの。
Yes, I've never seen a sword like that.
あれは本国でも使う人が少ないけど、ヤンのお気に入りだよ。似合うよね。ちなみに私の武器は清流円月刀だよ。かっこいい
Okay, I
名
thought she was
前で
gonna
しょ。
like threaten me for a minute there. Green Dragon Crescent Blade.
ラン、名前長いからって普段は略して清流刀って呼んでるよね。
だってそっちの方がずっと言いやすいんだもん。
歯のところに清流の模様があるのが名前の由来なんだよ。
フェイも見せてあげたら、流用と。
いいけど。
Nice.
これが僕の獲物。歯が少し曲がってて。
I remember the last time they saved me that they used their weapons easily. Despite being so young, they must have experienced so many battles. I returned to the base with the twins. Ah, home sweet home. Yeah, Lee's place was just a reverse of Yang's. This hallway is still creepy. With nothing to do, I borrowed the kitchen so I could bake the bread I promised the twins for saving me the other day. Despite not being used to the kitchen, I was able to bake the bread in time for yumcha. Or cha. I'll work on it. I walked down the hall with it in hand. Oh, hey, Orlok.
荷物が多い。手伝う。
Thank you. Thank you. You're Orlok, right? He took the plate from me and nodded slightly. It's time for Yamcha. Would you like to join us, Orlok?
このお菓子はそのため？
Yes, I asked Lon and Faye if I could use the kitchen. He fell silent, thinking about something.
俺は行かない。この組織の人間と慣れ合いたくな
They're
い
a
か
little
ら。
messed up. I would rather not get any closer to them than I already am. I see. Orlok looked at me timidly and muttered, looking troubled.
あなたはいい人なのに。どうしてヤンの女になった？
I didn't have much of a choice. What? That's right. I forgot that's what the others know me as.
聖書にもあるから俺も知ってる。愛は人を狂わせるって。だけ
And then Orlok fell silent. I couldn't say anything in return.
じゃあ俺はもう行く。
Bye. Orlok placed the treats on the table and immediately walked off. A second later, the twins bounded into the dining hall.
ねえねえ、台所で何作ったの？
お、なんだかいい匂いがするね。
I made some... that thing. Let's all eat it together.
すごい！
よかったね、ラン。
I promised you, didn't I? And besides, you saved me today, too. So, this is my way of paying you back.
お礼なんてそんな私が言いたいくらいだよ。
じゃあ僕もちょっともらおうかな。もらう権利あるよね。
No, you can't. Of course you can, Faye. Of course. It would make me happy if you liked it.
今日はいつもより特別なとっても素敵なヤムチャになりそうね。そうだ、私いいこと考えた。せっかくのヤムチャなんだからそんな地味な格好じゃ味気ないよ。私が可愛い服貸してあげるね。
Dress up.
貸してあげるね。
Lon didn't let me say no, and she grabbed my hand and yanked me out of the hall.
いってらっしゃい。
Makeover.
見て見て、チャイナドレス。普段の洋服よりこっちの方が断然いい。
Lon brought the dresses from her room and laid a few designs out.
綺麗でしょ。このドレスは全部本国から持ってきてもらったんだよ。
I see. She looked to be having so much fun, so I couldn't say no.
そうだ、あなたには今度本国のお菓子も分けてあげるね。船が来るといろんなものを積んできてくれるから嬉しいんだよね。
A ship from the mainland? Is there an import ship? As I was thinking that, I realized it was no time to be thinking about ships. It's no time to be thinking about ships. You want me to wear this?
そうだよ。
I can't. I don't know how.
無理じゃないよ。わがまま言わないで
I'm
ね。
not being a brat. I don't know
あ
how.
んまり抵抗されちゃったら私殺しちゃうかもしれないよ。
Oh dear. What? That's so aggressive. But she wouldn't stop. Lon reached out toward me as if she was attacking me and took my clothes off in one swift motion, just like Yang did earlier.
みんな、リリーちゃんだよ。
ああ、ちゃんと着れたんだね。ランのサイズだったのに。パツンパツンだね。
I'm
い
suffocating.
いで
Help.
しょう。なかなか卑猥で。
God damn it. For some reason, the two were nodding at one another, but I felt quite differently. Whimper. I was so embarrassed I started to tremble. The dress that Lon lent me was so short, the slits ran too high up, and I felt like my underwear. Oh no, Lily. And the chest area was widely exposed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't wear this. I wanted to move, but just then the members of the Lao Shu entered.
お、なんだ嬢ちゃん、すっげえ格好してんな。はあ、なかなか目の
Shut up,
保
Lao
養に
Shu
なる
member
わ。
B.
今度からずーっとその服着ててくれよ。
No.
ほら、普段の学校は地味だって。いや、
I like my outfits, thank you very much, and I want to get out of here. I was on the verge of tears, but Lon put her hand on my shoulder and laughed.
せっかくだし、その格好で
No,
刑事するとい
I
いよ。
can barely move.
災難だね。でも 僕たちの言うことに逆らったら殺すから。
So I don't have the right to refuse. I arranged the snacks on the table with trembling hands, then carried tea over to each person. I was so embarrassed my face felt on fire.
いいぞ、もうちょっとで見えそうだ。
Shut up, Laoshu member B!
頼む、あと少しかがんでくれ。
This is effed up. The men around me were cheering me on. I'm so embarrassed I'm going to die. Both my face and my ears were hot, and I was too scared to move anymore. Just then,
随分と騒がしい。
and here comes Yang. His face is like, what the F? Yang came in, looked annoyed, but stopped. He slowly looked from my toes to my chest. Suddenly, he was expressionless. Huh? In the next second, Yang roughly grabbed my arm and stormed out of the dining hall. Things were moving quickly in a direction I hadn't anticipated. Maybe he's like jealous. I was like, don't wear that in front of my men. As soon as we entered the room, Yang yanked my arm and threw me onto the bed. And as I fell onto the bed, god damn it. God, too close, sir. What are you doing? Stop. Yang grabbed the collar of the clothes and tore the cloth without mercy. This is diabolic lovers. Torn clothes. Don't. This isn't even mine. You're tearing Lan's clothes. I hid my suddenly exposed chest. Ah, come on, dude. He didn't look away, nor did he change his expression as he spoke in a low whisper.
誰に与えられた？
Lan? There was no warmth in his eyes, and I froze, unable to
お
move.
前の所有権は俺にある。
Oh dear.
あまり勝手な真似をするな。
My mind couldn't follow with what he meant by that. But there was one thing that I felt. Is he seriously angry? Usually he had a sinister smirk on his face, but I'd never seen him truly angry. Is it jealousy? His cold eyes weren't glaring, but rather quietly looking at me. That alone made me tremble, and I almost cried out of fear. Wait, let me explain. I tried my best to explain everything, but Yang wouldn't change his expression. He might kill me. I didn't know why Yang was so mad. But in this situation, with my life at stake, I couldn't as much as ask him. I didn't even want to wear it. They even threatened to kill me if I didn't wear it. I had endured such embarrassment. Sob. Tears streamed down my face. His anger was so unfair. There was nothing I could do. All this time, ever since I was brought here, I've been trying to stay sane. But I can't stand it anymore. Staying at a mafia base with its leader, I'd been enduring this suffocating life. But I had reached my limit. Poor Lily. For a while, he stared down at me crying, but eventually he quietly got off me. Thank you, Yang. And did he leave? He left. But why? Yang didn't say anything, so I didn't know whether he had forgiven me or not. A meanwhile apology. But we're going to pause here at this meanwhile.
ごめんね。あの服は私のなの。
Ah. I don't know, I kind of want to see this now.
私が無理やり着せたのよ。だからあの子は悪くな。
放っておこうよ、ラン。ああなったらヤンはどうにもならないからね。
私、リリーに謝らないと。
けど今はやめといた方がいいよ。ヤンの場合理屈じゃないから。僕たちが何か勝手な真似すると神経逆なでしちゃうかもしれない。
いや、怒ってたよ。あの子、殺されてもおかしくなかったよね。大丈夫だと思う？
わか
So
ら
far,
な
I'm
い。
okay.
けどヤンに殺す気があるならもうとっくにやってるでしょ。
だよね。
Okay, I'm gonna get this other meanwhile ready, and then we're gonna pause. Tantrum. Well, that's a lovely line. Something I owned acted without my permission. Yang, we need to work on you. I still maintain my opinion that a lot of his actions right now are reminding me of diabolic lovers. Especially at the end there, tearing of the clothes. Come on. How many times did I go, tore my clothes again in diabolic lovers? A lot. Getting mad about it, like, I could totally see one of the brothers and Diabolic Lovers, like, if you wore something like that in front of all the other boys, them getting mad and being like, I'm the only one that can look at you like that. So very interesting. But it was also interesting to see him compared to Lee. Because I guess you can sort of see the difference between the two in that way. That Lee actually, at least based on my first impression, seems a bit more cruel because of how he's treating Elena. It's pretty awful. And at least Yang's not doing that. Like, Lily's situation is awful, but it is significantly better than Elena's. I feel so bad for her. That was really sad to see. I thought we weren't going to find out what happened to her, really. Kind of like we did in the last route. We didn't really see much of her again once the route started. Oh man, but that was so sad. I hope we can save her, but I don't know that we can. So yeah, it seems like drugs is kind of be like the main issue in this route, and Lee is probably maybe going to be the main antagonist instead of Roberto, which is fine by me. I'm scared of Roberto. I could use a Roberto break. Yeah, this is super interesting so far. I'm very, very intrigued. This route is very dark. Also this far, we've spent a lot of time with the twins. I feel like we've spent more time with them than we have Yang. So that's kind of interesting too, how that's working, that dynamic. So yeah, super interesting. I'm so intrigued to see how this is gonna continue to play out. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!